How's it going, guys? I'm gonna finish up this 300ex project, and just a bunch of random dumb stuff that needs done. The wiring needs a wiring harness made for it, and Nerf bar net on this side, and changed the Nerf bars out from the last time. I think you guys seen it. Put the XFR Nerf bars on here. Some of the hardware needs tightened up. Sprocket needs bolts. The fenders, I need to cut off some of the fender down here at the bottom because they run into the Nerf bars. Once again, some more hardware needs tightened up. I think the sprocket bolts back there need tightened up. And I want to put on the right now I have an adapted brake caliper on the back, and I want to put on what's supposed to be on there. Put that on there. Body hangers need put on. Brakes need bled. Just a bunch of dumb stuff. A couple of bolts nuts need put on right here. Just one arm's missing two nuts. And I need to put the HMF. This is not an HMF pipe, it's a homemade thing I made. I'm having clearance problems with the plastics, and basically I'm locked it up to a different set of plastics for whatever reason. These are way too close right here. I got another project that I'm going to use this on, but we're going to put on the HMF. So, get started. Oh yeah, in the last video, I don't think I had those SS wheels on there. But I got a coil mounted up, and this coil mounts up on the opposite side of the bike now because this frame was previously, I had a Chinese engine in it at one point, so the coil mount was on the opposite side, and I just didn't put it back on the other side. So I found a coil that had a wire long enough to make it over there. No big deal. Got the front fender mount on. Nerf bars are all fastened up. And sprocket, it's all on there. Covers on there. Now I ran into a problem. This is the stator connector that comes out of the engine, and here is my voltage regulator. They're both the same connector, so they ain't gonna go together. And I got to looking at my old 300ex wiring, and they're all the same. The stator plugs directly into this. There's nothing in between. So that means this thing was wrong, and this was a TRX or something part. I don't know. But this plug is the plug that's supposed to be on the stator. This is supposed to be a female connector. Found a connector for this. My whole goal here is to make it so that the wiring harness can come off and any part can just be replaced and plugged in. You know, I've in the past hardwired everything together, and then whenever there's an issue or something needs replaced, you have to take the splices all apart. Found a connector for this, which goes to the handlebar controls. Which is most of the time the handlebar controls is one of the things that goes bad, so that'll at least plug in. I suppose let's hardwire these together. I mean, it doesn't really do me any good to find a connector to put on here and put on there when it goes bad. The connector's not right anyway, so well, I'll hook the fuel line up, and there had a fuel filter on there. It was like a freebie thing. It came with something else, and then it's kind of small, but I think it'll work. So I got the actual HMF pipe on there now, and got those bolts in that swing arm, and I discovered that I forgot to tighten up the bolt for the bottom of the steering stem. Good thing, because that would have sucked to kind of like pull up on the handlebars or something, and steering stem comes out of the bottom. And I got the back brake caliper on, and it's bled out. It has back brakes. The front one, I'll probably wait till I can take it up to my uncle's house. He's got an air compressor. I can use that brake bleeder thing on it, because front brakes, they're kind of a pain in the butt to bleed out. Oh, wiring. I've been messing, every once in a while I do a little bit with it, but I found the plug that goes on there. And yeah, I've been like doing everything but the wiring. So, I mean, I'm okay with it and everything. Yeah, I don't mind doing wiring. It's just kind of getting the groove of it. One of the things, the reason that I'm putting the wiring harness, I'm making my own wiring harness, is I'm using a Chinese CDI box. There is no rev limit on this box. These things will go, this engine will go till it blows. And, which, you probably get about an extra 10 mile an hour out of the thing, you know. I never blew up the other bike, so, and doing away with the reverse, basically there's two CDI boxes on here, one for reverse and one for the forward gears. And the one for reverse had a really low rev limit on it. I'm assuming it's probably so that it doesn't, you know, you don't tear the reverse out of it, but that's, once again, I never tore the reverse out of the other one. So what's left? Well, the wiring and putting the body on. I already got this. I just mounted the seat to the bottom half and put the seat latch in, so that's all ready to go. Just wire it up and put the front fenders on it. Oh, I almost forgot about this stupid thing. It's like a elaborate crankcase vent thing. There's a crankcase vent on the head and one on the bottom end, and they hooked together and went off to an air cleaner assembly. My air cleaner assembly is just going to be a slip-on thing, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but alright guys, got it all wired up. And put fire in the hole. This is how you turn it on and off. You can go this way, that way, middle is off. And then got headlights, and they work with the switch too. Fire in the hole. Definitely loud. But alright, well, get the body on there, and probably just making another video with a walk around with it all finished, and talk about some of the things I did and whatever. And but it's running, and I'll catch you guys later.